And Trump says Obama is guilty of treason for ordering the 2016 Russia investigation, saying they tried to steal the election. Let's check this clip out.
It would be President Obama. He started it. And Biden was there with him. And Comey was there. And Clapper. The whole group was there.
Like, this is the first time that specific names are being called out in the same sentence as treason by people who are high up like this.
I think that we're dealing with a very real threat against the United States to not allow this blackmail ring to come to the top of the surface. And I think the people calling the shots, which isn't Donald Trump, are going to throw Obama and Hillary and all those people under the bus for treason to get the focus off of this bigger, this bigger blackmail ring. Yeah, I mean, I guess it would be a breadcrumb, but I think it's a real thing. I think they intend on doing it. But we'll find out. We'll see. What is up, guys? It's Andy Frisella, and this is the show for the realists. Say goodbye to the lies, the fakeness, and delusions of modern society, and welcome to reality, guys. Today we have Andy and DJ Cruz. Yeah, what's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Nothing.
You know, a little rainy out there. It's a rainy day.
Dude, it has rained every day for like 6 months.
Yeah.
At least for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Your Porsche's out there a little sad.
I know.
Yeah.
Every time I drive a clean car, it rains. Every single time.
Never fails.
Yeah.
Never fails. Yeah. Yeah, it's
I'm going to start a protest over it.
Yeah. Super glue your hands to some counters.
Yeah.
Where, you know, this is a real legit question though. Why isn't there more of a call for like meteorologists to get fucking fired, bro, and strung up by their feet? They're always wrong.
I don't even know, like, do they serve a purpose anymore?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I'm in the wrong line of work,
we got
bro.
apps for that.
Be wrong and still get paid.
I can't remember. Well, I mean,
not far off.
That happens. Yeah. I just use the apps, man. I just use the apps.
Yeah, you are your own meteorologist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm big into that.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Didn't you pay like, you got the $5,000 level radar app, don't you?
No. I just get the premium weather apps. I like to know what's going on, man.
Yeah, that's real. There's nothing wrong with that, man.
I think in the Midwest, dude, it's a pretty smart investment.
We got to have it. No, you got to have it.
Like, dude, there could be a tornado 300 yards away. You don't know what's going on.
No, not at all. Not at all. Yeah, no, we get weird weather here, man.
Yeah.
Don't move here.
Definitely not. Anyway, what's happening?
Yeah, not much, man. Guys, don't forget, pay the fee.
Yep.
As always.
Don't be a hoe.
Share the show. But yeah, no, it's a dark day.
Dark.
The man, Ozzy Osbourne's gone, man.
Dude, we were just talking about it.
Just talking about this.
Was that last week or the week before?
Yeah, it was like
recently.
Like 2 weeks ago, because he did his show.
Yeah.
He did that, his last rites is what he called it.
It literally was his last rites.
Oh, listen. I don't know. This might be too far. Like, where do you think he went? Do you think he went up or down?
I don't know. Ozzy seems like a pretty good dude, bro. I mean, if you ask like traditional Christians,
he's going straight to hell. Yeah, straight.
You know, if you ask new Christians that just discovered the Bible within the last year, you know, those are the most judgmental kind because they take the word very literally. Which, you know, to each their own.
Yeah.
I think ultimately you're judged on how well you treat people, what your intent is. You know, are you a good person or are you not? And do you live it? You know, I think there's a lot of people that, you know, I guess what I'm trying to say is wearing dark makeup and going on stage and singing about things doesn't necessarily disqualify you from.
Doesn't make you a bad human.
No.
Yeah. So, I'm sure a lot of people looked up to him too.
Yeah.
Family Guy.
It's not just that, dude. But like the religious zealotry that's happening right now in the world is like it's off-putting. You know what I mean? You know, one of the things about Christianity that bothers me is how the people that are new to it take it upon themselves to preach so heavily and so aggressively to everybody else. And all of a sudden, you know, they were out doing all kinds of up shit, snorting coke off boners and doing, you know what I'm saying? Like doing all this wild ass shit.
Yeah.
Stealing shit, half-assing their whole life, which, by the way, half-assing your job is stealing, just so you know. And then all of a sudden they're, you know, they're newly discovered and washed away of all their sins, and now they're better than you. They're going to tell you about it.
Yep. Yeah, it would be funny though, because like I can imagine, like if, like, you know, obviously I hope he's fine. I'm sure he is, but just imagine he does go down there. You know, he called him the Prince of Darkness, like having that convo with Satan. He's like, oh really? You know,
I don't
know. They did a South Park episode with him, didn't they? Where like he's down there with like Saddam Hussein or some shit, I think. Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think hell is like what people think it is, bro. I think we're actually in it.
Like this is.
Yeah. I think we're in it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're in it right now. I think the struggle, the pain, the hardship, the lessons in terms of the way people treat each other. Like, dude, it's hard to believe you're not in it when you see it okay for governments to kill 100,000 children and nobody do anything. You know, like it's hard to believe that, you know, that's not where we are.
Yeah.
When we look around a lot of times, not saying there's not good parts of it, but
for sure,
you know, it's when you really look at what's going on, you know, in my opinion, dude, like you really look at what's going on, dude, you know, it's easy to look past all the evil, but there's a lot of it. And it's easy to like put the blinders on and pretend it's not there. I'm just not able to do that.
Yeah.
And it makes it, not fun a lot of times. You know what I mean? I wish I could, I almost wish I could be ignorant to everything going on. But yeah, dude, that's what I think. I think we're in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's gone, man. 76.
Yeah.
Crazy Train. I think that's the only song I know of his.
No, you know a lot of his songs. You just don't know what they're called.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
But what's like top 3? Crazy Train is like what he's most known for, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Iron Man's pretty famous.
Never heard of it.
It's the song pretty much everybody who plays guitar starts playing when they start.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so you know,
right.
you know a lot of his shit, bro. Also, you probably don't know he was the lead singer of Black Sabbath.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so like all the Black Sabbath songs are from Ozzy too.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, bro, he's an icon.
Yeah, no,
real talk.
I remember his
And
reality show he did.
Yeah, bro, I don't know.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, I always liked him, dude. I thought he was a wild dude. He's a rock star,
He's
man.
fucking rock star, yeah.
Entertainer, bro. Like, it's what it is. You entertain. You know, you're a character.
Yep.
It's entertainment.
Yep. Like Nickelback.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's wearing a cross, bro.
Yeah, I mean
that means you're definitely holy.
That's all you need nowadays.
Yeah, it's right there. You know, it's like those the OnlyFans chicks that wear the cross while they're doing their videos and shit. It's like, what are you doing?
Stop it.
Did you think about that?
Yeah, man. Well, R.I.P. to the man himself, man. Ozzy Osbourne, man. That's crazy.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Let's get into some coverages.
Let's do it.
Let's take a stroll.
Cruise.
A lot of things to cover.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Guys, remember, if you would like to see any of these articles, pictures, links, videos, go to andyfrisella.com. We link them all there for you guys. Do your own research. With that being said, let's get into our first set of headlines. Because there's been some interesting updates with this. We covered this on the CTI Plus a few days ago. Tulsi Gabbard coming out. And she had a pretty big statement to make, I think, to the world. It was a big statement. Calling the, basically Obama administration, Obama single-handedly, accusing him of treasonous conspiracy. And saying that, the implications of this are frankly nothing short of historic. And she released about 100 documents of this. They've all been declassified. I'm sure by now everybody has seen the stuff. She posted them all on her Twitter. She kind of finished it up saying, she's, these documents detail a treasonous conspiracy by officials at the highest levels of the Obama White House to subvert the will of the American people and try to usurp the president from fulfilling his mandate. This betrayal concerns every American. The integrity of our democratic republic demands that every person involved be investigated and brought to justice to prevent this from ever happening again. And then finishes by saying that she, quote, I am providing all documents to the Department of Justice to deliver the accountability that President Trump, his family, and the American people deserve, which has been confirmed at this time. The DOJ did receive Tulsi Gabbard's criminal referral for all of that. And, it's so interesting to see, when these things happen. Now, I know a lot of people online, they're calling this just, a smoke screen. Look here, not there. Don't worry about the Epstein stuff. Let's talk about this, right? You guys want to rest? Here's some, let's talk about that, right? But it is interesting because I think, and this has been a trend. You always watch who's not talking, who's not saying anything, right? And like typical, none of the legacy media outlets are covering, this development, this bombshell that's coming out that's accusing their main man of committing treason. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not covering it at all. And when they do cover it, of course they point fingers and put it on anybody else. And so that's interesting, but then things got spicy. Okay. It got spicy because today at the White House, Trump is meeting with the president of the Philippines. And while they were talking in the Oval Office, journalists asking some questions. And Trump says Obama is guilty of treason for ordering the 2016 Russia investigation, saying they tried to steal the election. Let's check this clip out.
From your perspective, who should the DOJ target as part of their investigation? What specific figures in the Obama administration?
Well, based on what I read, and I read pretty much what you read, it would be President Obama. He started it. And Biden was there with him, and Comey was there, and Clapper, the whole group was there. Brennan, they were all there in a room. Right here, this was the room. This is much more beautiful than it was then, but that's okay. I have nice pictures up that came out of the vaults. They were in there for 100 years. This is much more beautiful. We have the Declaration of Independence now in the room, which wasn't here. I guess people didn't feel too good about putting it here, but I do. But you know what? If you look at those papers, they have them stone cold, and it was President Obama. It wasn't lots of people all over the place. It was them too. But the leader of the gang was President Obama, Barack Hussein Obama. Have you heard of him? And except for the fact that he gets shielded by the press for his entire life, that's the one look, he's guilty. It's not a question. I like to say, let's give it time. It's there. He's guilty. This was treason. This was every word you can think of. They tried to steal the election. They tried to obfuscate the election. They did things that nobody's ever even imagined, even in other countries. You've seen some pretty rough countries. This man has seen some pretty rough countries, but you've never seen anything like it.
That's pretty heavy coming from the man. Again, it's hard for me to immediately, my knee jerk, or not my knee jerk. I think most people's knee jerk reaction. This is breadcrumbs. It's not meaning anything. I would like to point out, this is the first time.
Whoa. What do you mean breadcrumbs?
Meaning this is, it's a smoke screen. It's just them just throwing some bones, trying to cover up all the other stuff. But I think the biggest difference in this, though, is this is the first time that specific names are being called out in the same sentence as treason by people who are high up like this, coming from the president, coming from the DNI. To put Barack in the same sentence as committing treason in the same sentence, that's a big deal. To me, that's not a little bitty breadcrumb. That's how I look at it. Now, whether they follow through on that, we could talk about that. But to me, this is not a small thing by no means.
No, I totally agree, dude. I think, as always, there's a lot of possibilities that could be going on here. All right. And the knee-jerk possibility for everybody is that he didn't release the Epstein list. And so now he's throwing all this shit out there to try and distract people, right? Mm-hmm. The MLK files just came out.
Got that later?
You got that later?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tulsi comes out with this. I know Tulsi. I actually talk to Tulsi somewhat regularly. She's a wonderful human being, a good human being. This is not breadcrumb. This is real. And I do not think that if it's up to her, she's going to stop this all the way to the end. That's my personal opinion. She's a true patriot.
She's running this through the
She understands what the f is going on. She understands what's been going on. So I don't see it as, you know, a breadcrumb thing. I think we have to get smarter, dude, and we have to be able to zoom out to look at the whole picture of what's going on. And the Epstein list is already out there. If you want to know who's on the Epstein list, you can find that on the internet. The flight logs are out there. The pictures of people together are out there. There's tons and tons and tons of information that will give you the list. You're asking the wrong question, okay? The list doesn't matter. What matters is the exposure of the blackmail.
Right. Why were they on the list?
Why were they on the list? What were they directed to do? What was their role? How did it become that? Those are the things that people should be asking for, not what's on the list or these are just pedophiles. That, like, these are general arguments that are easy to deflect from these people, okay? When Trump says, oh, there's nothing on the Epstein list that you don't know, that's because it's been out for a long time and you could find it. And those of us who have been watching this story for the last 10 years have seen the flight logs and we know who the fuck is involved and it's all out there. All right. What people should be asking is what I said. What does this mean? Who was blackmailed? What intelligence agencies were involved? And what is the purpose? And that's what they're not going to release. At least right now. Right now.
Yeah.
And the reason they're not going to release it, which I completely disagree with, is that it will crumble the entire power structure of almost every Western government in the world. Okay. Because this isn't just the United States. This is all of the European countries. It's all of the countries in NATO. It's all the countries that belong to the World Economic Forum. It's all of the countries that belong to the World Health Organization. It's all of the countries that, you know, the leaders go to Davos and Bilderberg and all this shit.
Kiss the wall.
Okay, that's correct. But hold on, I'm going to get there. All right? I'm going to get there about the Mossad thing.
Yeah.
So there's a couple possibilities here. One, Trump is directing the arrest and release of all this treasonous information that we all knew was going on. We all knew it was going on. Oh, I was 28 years old when Obama got elected. I wanted him to do well, so I did not vote for him, but I thought about it. I did.
Yeah, he seemed cool.
Hold on, I did. I did. I also liked Bill Clinton when Bill Clinton was in office. Okay. They were relatable guys. At that time, we could reasonably discuss a little bit looser social standards that made sense, right? Like, I don't give a fuck if gay people get married. I think they should be able to get married, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And these are the policies that he kind of ran on. So it was like, it was more like, be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was his vibe. And I wanted him to do well. But the minute he got in, dude, he changed. He didn't do his big campaign of hope and change. He started giving away a bunch of free shit, okay? He started implementing practices of socialism. He started intentionally racially dividing people, which we saw very clearly front row here in St. Louis, Missouri during Michael Brown. Okay, Michael Brown was a criminal. Obama made him sound like he was Jesus.
Yep.
And it divided the country and started this racial tension that we've had to deal with for the last decade.
Yep, he lit that fire.
100% intentionally.
Yeah.
And he also did it. He also, when those 6 Dallas police officers got killed, he also did it then too. People don't remember that. There was a big shootout with the Dallas police officers, and he made it racial when it shouldn't have been racial at all. And anyway, I watched all this happen, and a lot of people don't remember this, but I do. And when we started to see Trump kind of come along and start to campaign for president, these people got very confident. They were laughing. There's clips all over the internet of all these people laughing when they say Donald Trump's never going to be president. He's not going to be president. Tom Hanks was saying it. Clooney was saying it.
They were popping champagne bottles at Hillary Clinton.
They were making fun of him, dude. Like they roast him in public. And now looking back, it's very easy to see what happened. What happened was they were in control of the election. They misjudged the amount of votes they needed to pull off the win, and Trump won. Yeah. And they couldn't hide it. So it fucked up their whole plan for the next 10 years. Had Hillary won that election, we'd already be in the great project 2030. That would already been happening. Yep. Okay. So when we look at and start to break this down, when Trump started to come into office, you know, and then he won the election, a month later, they're coming out saying Russia rigged the election. And then they ran that narrative. And then Hillary Clinton has been proven to have created the Steele dossier, which made it look like Trump was colluding with Russia this entire time and doing all this treasonous shit. And then, you know, in 2020, they said, oh, well, it was found that was not false. And then, or that it was false. And then they ran with it for another 4 years after they already said it was false. So for 8 years, they ran this fake narrative that Trump was a Russian asset.
They impeached the dude over it.
Yeah, dude. They
Multiple times.
They tried to impeach him 3 times?
Yeah, 3 times.
Yeah, like, dude, we have, you know, this coordination with the media and the celebrities and, you know, the music influencers and pretty much everybody saying the same things. And then we're starting to look at it and be like, why are they all saying the same things? Why are we seeing videos of news anchors and media personalities and actors and famous people saying the same line? How are they doing that? And then this Epstein shit starts to come about. Okay. So in my mind, what's happening here is still what I think is happening. I think that we're dealing with a very real threat against the United States to not allow this blackmail ring to come to the top of the surface. And I think the people calling the shots, which isn't Donald Trump, are going to throw Obama and Hillary and all those people under the bus for treason to get the focus off of this bigger, this bigger blackmail ring, right? So that's the possibility that I'm seeing right now. That I think is most likely based off what I'm seeing. I think the blackmail thing is because it's bigger than trafficking. It's bigger than these, you know, prostitutes. It's bigger than any of this shit. It's the way the world is controlled, and they aren't willing to let that be known. Okay. And I don't think it's a coincidence that Netanyahu comes to Washington, D.C., and the next day, Trump's saying the Epstein list is bullshit.
Right.
And so I think, first of all, people need to start asking the right questions. Instead of talking about the Epstein list or the child trafficking, because we don't even really know about child trafficking. That's speculation. There's not a lot of proof of that. People will say, oh, there's 800,000 kids. Yes. I'm talking about proof tied in to this exact operation regarding children.
Yeah, it's not there yet.
There's more proof that shows this. Hey, we got girls on the island that might have been borderline or, you know, a year or two underage who we got on video, a couple guys, and we control their shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. But like, it's not, there's no proof of these 8-year-old kids being sacrificed to Jeffrey Epstein's whatever, these stories, right?
Right.
So it's an easy thing to dismiss those things. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying it's easy to dismiss. So when I see all of this, bro, what I see is, yeah, I mean, I guess it would be a breadcrumb, but I think it's a real thing. I think they intend on doing it. But we'll find out. We'll see. It could be total bullshit. It could be They are legitimately just saying this shit and will never do anything about it. What we need to watch is what they do, what Obama does, what Hillary does. Like if they start flying to some other country,
non-extradition places,
probably not a good idea.
Yeah, probably not good.
But I saw.
Well, Obama just released a statement.
I saw that.
Yeah, I got the statement here. He released it. I think Newsweek was the first to cover it. But Obama's office said in a statement, quote, "Out of respect for the office of the presidency, our office does not normally dignify the constant nonsense and misinformation flowing out of this White House with a response. But these claims are outrageous enough to merit one. These bizarre allegations are ridiculous and a weak attempt at distraction." Quote, "Nothing in the document issued last
Distraction
week."
from what?
Yeah, right.
Obama?
Right. Quote, "Nothing in the document issued last week undercuts the widely accepted conclusion that Russia worked to influence the 2016 presidential election, but did not successfully manipulate any votes. These findings were affirmed in a 2020 report by the bipartisan Senate Intelligence Committee led by then Chairman Marco Rubio." That was her statement. That was their statement. And so, but again, he's like, that's not really addressing what was actually released, because one, you're totally lying. One, because the actual proof completely goes against everything he just said.
Yeah, they manufactured it.
At his direction.
Yes.
At
correct.
your direction.
Yeah.
So you're saying that the findings were affirmed in the report that you made exist.
Here's what happened. He said, go find some shit. They couldn't find it. They came back and he said, go find some shit and make sure you come back with some shit.
Right.
And they did.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened. It happened over the course of 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, and by find some shit, what that means is Hillary Clinton, pissed off, pays somebody to create something that was also
Christopher Steele.
Not true. And that's what they found.
Yeah.
And so
and let's remember what they've done. Okay? There's no trust in the election process anymore.
Zero.
Okay? There's no trust in the government anymore. There's no trust in any of these people anymore at all, and it's by design. Mm-hmm. That's what demoralization, destabilization is about. It is about removing nationalism, removing identity, removing personal pride, and then destabilizing the government by removing trust. And there's no question in my mind that Obama is a 100% treasonous snake.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think any of those people that Trump mentioned could defend themselves against the things that they've done.
Yeah.
And they've done it all for their own ego, bro. Like what do you guys think? What would it take for you to believe that you get to make the decisions for the entire country, even if that means not following the processes that have been operating and in place for 250 years? What kind of ego, what kind of elitist are you to even think that? So Hillary Clinton, Obama, and this group of people sit around and they believe we know better than them.
Mm.
We're going to make these decisions for our benefit. Those peasants. That's what's going on.
Well, and now on top of that too, Andy, you also got to look at this came out, this was 2016. This was his first term. How much shit was held up?
All of it.
Prevented.
Yeah.
Could have been better. Could have been accomplished. That wasn't simply because of this bullshit.
All of it.
So, I mean, that alone, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, we went through hell for those 4 years.
Yeah.
How much better could this country have been had this shit not go on? And
not only that, bro, they divided us every which way.
Every possible chance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, that alone by itself warrants.
Bro, they let COVID loose on the world to try and stop this shit, bro. People lost their entire lives' work. People lost their family. They lost their friends. They had to watch loved ones die on Zoom to hide these people's lies. These people, this isn't like, oh, we have whistleblowers from the White House, which we covered on this show before, who straight up said that the people running the Biden administration believed that they had a moral and ethical obligation to make the decisions they felt were the best, regardless of what the American people thought about it, regardless if it was within the lines of the law or the Constitution or anything. So yeah, dude, these people are traitors, 100%. And typically through history, traitors are dealt with very specifically, very painfully, very brutally, to set a example so that these things don't happen again. And that's what needs to happen here, bro.
Yeah.
That's what needs to happen. It needs to happen to the whole group. They all need to be dealt with. They all need to be, handled publicly, painfully, and permanently, and to set an example for people not to do this shit again.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about the hardship and the chaos and the frustration and the division and the arguments and the financial loss and all of these things that have happened over the last 10 years or so, because very simply, these people didn't want to give up their power. Mm-hmm. That's terrible, bro. You know what I mean? These people are bad people. They're not good people.
Yeah.
So, when we look at the whole thing, it could be a breadcrumb. It could be they'd rather give that up than give this up. But the risk they run giving that up is those people squealing now. Mm-hmm. So like this whole situation is very volatile, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
100%, man. Guys, we want to know what your thoughts is on this situation. Let us know down in the comments what you guys think. With that being said, man, let's go cruise some comments, shall we? I'm not even sure if this is a real person. Princess Big Kitty.
Princess Big Kitty.
Yep.
Okay.
Your beef sticks make my mouth water.
Thank you. I don't know how to respond to that.
All right.
Yeah.
$10 it was Syed.
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
That does look like Keith's cat, actually. That might be.
That's Keith's cat.
That's Keith's cat. Is Keith Princess Big Kitty? Yeah. All right. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
This next one, Jersey Chick USA. You got to love these clowns who act like they know what it's like to be the president of the United States. They sit there doing podcasts in their basement critiquing him. It kills me.
Oh.
This is a nice basement.
I'm in my basement. I'm actually in this is not in the basement.
It's a nice basement.
This is in one of 3 buildings that we have here in St. Louis, Missouri. Total of around 800,000 square feet. From a business that I built from scratch, starting with $0 on day one. And now we employ thousands of people. And I'm rich, bitch. So I actually do know what it's like to run a whole bunch of shit and not just talk shit out of my mom's basement. Now I could appreciate that most of the people that you watch are probably unqualified to speak on such things, but I would say I'm more qualified than most, and probably more qualified than most of the people in Washington, because I've run much bigger shit than any of them, with the exception of a couple. Mm-hmm. So Jersey Chick USA, I don't know what to tell you.
Is this, when do we ask for the Hot Pockets? Like, when do we, Mom, give me another fucking Hot Pocket.
I don't know. Yeah. They act like they know what it's like to be president of the United States. I like, real talk, bro. I know what it's like more than I know what it's like more than Obama knew when he got elected, and more than Biden knew when he got elected, and more than probably almost any of these know. Trump's the only one I can think of out of the last that's run something bigger than I ran it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, George Bush did, but he inherited his shit. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm a lot more qualified than most, lady. Maybe you should do your homework before you spout off your stupid shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, agreed. Another cat person. Why do we have a lot of cat people?
It's probably because she probably doesn't like that we are actually holding Trump to the account. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because we get both. That's the thing. We get both.
I know. We get yelled at by everybody because we keep it real.
We either suck his dick too much or we don't suck it enough.
Yeah, that's it, like, dude. Look, it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
I promise you, I can promise you, Jersey Chick USA, that I can run this country better than anybody that you could even that you've ever even met in your entire life. Guaranteed.
So look, real quick though, serious moment. We're at 33 minutes. I'm about to punch some drywall right now.
Yeah. What, the blue?
33 minutes in. I'm
Blue's got the rage.
I'm pretty much done.
They call it blue. They call it blue blitz.
I'll punch a kid right now.
Blue blitz.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Give me a wife beater.
Yeah.
A shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, can I say that?
Yeah.
That's
man.
what they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want a tank top.
Yeah. This says blue blitz on it.
Fuck, dude, this shit's good.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. We got a couple more comments for you. So I had to say that. I'm getting itchy. I got another cat person for you.
In their basement. Kills me.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're broke.
Oh, we got another cat person for you. H. Lynn 2008. This guy and this Andy guy don't miss.
That's right. I don't miss.
Mm-hmm. We don't do misinformation.
Yeah, it is what it is, bro.
Yep.
I don't miss.
Yeah.
And by the way, most of these dudes that talk this shit on their podcasts, they listen here first and then they talk over there.
That's real.
So, you know,
you're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, thanks, Lynn. Appreciate it. We got another one for you. HBVA 1981. Lost me, bro. Unfollowed.
Unfollowed.
You ready for this?
What? Yeah.
It's Kyle, baby.
Unfollowed.
Unfollowed, man.
I'm so important. I'm going to unfollow you.
We lost one, man.
Dude, what is it with people that do that?
I don't know.
And now unfollow, like that's the only leverage you have in your entire life is your follow.
Because I don't think they like, we don't get the notifications when they actually do it, so they have to let us know before they do it, so that way we know.
Guess what? No one cares.
Mm-mm.
Do you think I give a fuck? Do you think I, like, real talk, with the amount of shit that I say and the lack of pandering that I do you think I give a single who follows me? I don't even try on the internet, bro. I don't try. I do the bare minimum so that you guys don't get pissed off at me.
Mm-hmm. Bro, this guy says hard A.
Huh?
He's
That looks like it's from 1997, bro.
98.
That's what that picture looks like.
He says he uses hard R for sure.
Oh yeah,
for sure. He has one black friend for sure.
Whatever.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, man.
Unfollowed.
Hope to see you soon.
Yeah,
guys, we do appreciate you though. We appreciate you guys for being real ass fans. You're the real ones.
Yep.
That being said, let's keep the cruise cruising. Headline number 2. You alluded to it. We got some files to sift through.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do all 200,000 right here for you guys. So buckle up, buttercups. Trump admin releases over 200,000 MLK Jr. assassination files. So another Tulsi Gabbard disclosure here. She tweeted this out on Twitter. Tulsi Gabbard revealed in a post that included 230,000 MLK assassination files that were documents that were included details regarding the FBI's investigation into the assassination of MLK. As well as internal FBI memos detailing the progress of the case, along with other information. This was her tweet, posted it out. Now, here's the thing. So I took some time to scroll through these, and I do have some interesting things from it. And it was so funny because like it immediately came out that he released it despite MLK's family's opposition to it, right? Which was so interesting because, AG Bondi, she actually tweeted this out with one of, this is Dr. Alveda King. And they had like a little lunch and spent some time before it was released. And so it's like, I wonder who exactly they were talking about that were pissed off at this. But nevertheless, we have it. They have a whole website on the National Archives set up for you. Here's my issue. Okay. Because and this is truly what bothers me. Like, does this meet the requirements of transparency?
No.
Yeah. Well, you could argue yes, sure. It's all released, right? Very, very little.
They don't summarize it or anything and say what
issue.
the fuck it is.
That's my issue. It's not categorized. It's poorly labeled. You don't know, like, bro, 230,000. Like, I had my.
Well, it'd actually be pretty easy to do now because you just upload it into AI and it would summarize it.
Yeah, for sure. But it's like 230,000 documents. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot, and there's no system. Like, bro, I had the tab set to 200 pages per thing, there were still like 30 something pages of this stuff. Like, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. But there was some interesting stuff that I was able to skim through. I was kind of just going through, and I did find some stuff that I thought was pretty interesting. And the first thing being this document here, and we'll link this stuff for you guys again on the website. St. Louis is actually tied into this quite a bit too. Our city, actually. But this was an FBI memo that was put in, where they are disclosing how one of MLK's confidants blatantly started to call out and say directly that not only was MLK assassinated by what he believed was a CIA operation in conjunction with the FBI, but also JFK and President Kennedy. And he called it out. He did so at an address at a conference. His name is F.S. Fear, spelled F-E-R-R-E. He's a prominent theologian and publicist, but he expressed concern with the growing power of the CIA in the U.S. As an example, he said, and he put in here specifically, I tried to look it up. He was alluding to the deep state is essentially what he was referring to, and said that they were clearly responsible for the assassination of Martin Luther King and Senator Robert Kennedy, and have been involved in the death of President John F. Kennedy. And this is the FBI's memorandum, because they had people at all of these conferences, and all of these speeches following King and all of that stuff before and after his death, by the way. And they, they're in this memo, they're saying that because of this guy's prominence, he's listed as a who's who, his remarks apparently were not challenged by the Baptist students, and he was growing, getting a lot of people on board with his theories of what he believed has happened. And now he was on a list of people to watch, right? There was a lot of documents, like I said, 230,000. I pulled out just a couple. This was another memo on the same guy. He did it again. They every time this guy spoke about it, it was documented, when he was calling these people out. And then something.
Why do you think that is? You think it's because it was bullshit?
Right.
You think the CIA would keep records on somebody that was just full of shit?
Right. Well, this final one, this is the most interesting. There's a guy, his name is Victor Marchetti. He was actually a CIA agent who handled in clandestine operations. He left the CIA and became basically a public whistleblower, if you will. And he wrote this document. He wrote a couple of these like blogs almost on the JFK assassinations, new developments, because there was a lot of intertwining between JFK and MLK's assassination. But he wrote this, which was basically outlining what he believed that this was the CIA, a full-blown CIA operation, and how the CIA even threw under the bus a couple of their agents to cover up all of this shit, him being almost one. The crazy thing about this is that this guy, after he released maybe 5 of these, somehow, some reason, completely decided to, out of nowhere, recant everything and say none of it happened. It was all bullshit. It was all made up, just out of the blue, after he was, pretty hard. I mean, these are multiple pages of these blogs that he put out, but saying that, it was all the CIA. The CIA did it. Now, it was interesting because, that's been, and there's some files on MLK that are still out there for sure that you guys can find, but it is important to note here, and again, was MLK a great guy? Sure. Did he say some great things? Of course, right? But we have to be very, very clear. These are facts. This is not DJ's opinion or theory. The FBI saw MLK Jr. as a communist threat. Okay. That's the reason that they were following MLK. That's why they had 200,000 pages and documents and memos on this guy. They saw him as a communist threat. And he was.
Does it explain why?
Why they thought he was a communist threat? It was because of his socialist tradition. He had a relationship with socialist politics. He sympathized with, but ultimately rejected Marxism, technically. But they viewed him as basically a wolf in sheep's clothing, hiding under Christianity and Western ideals to put in communism.
Nah, bro. I don't believe that.
I have a hard time believing it too.
I don't believe that. You know what I believe? I believe that when black people and white people finally start getting along, they lose their power. They lose their power structure. Their power structure completely collapses.
Mm-hmm.
Martin Luther King has been the most influential figure in bringing races to the closest that they could be so far.
Yep.
And we also have to remember that what is called socialism and communism 60 years ago is not the exact same socialism and communism that we have today. 60 years ago, the Overton window was far, far, far to the right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. When we think of socialists and communists today, you know, we totally think of like, you know, Karl Marx type shit. We think of Mao. We think of, you know,
Sololinsky, we think.
Yeah, it's a different thing. It's much closer to that. And what I think is that with the Overton window being so far to the right, him being accused of being a communist and a socialist really just meant that he was moving the window a little bit to the left, which would be center now. Like if he was alive today, he'd be moving it to the center,
right?
Not to the left,
right?
And I think he was killed for the very simple reason of these people can't have black people and white people get along, which is the same thing that they've been doing since then. So, you know, if black people and white people, black Americans and white Americans get along, the manipulation and the bullshit stops. It stops immediately, which is why they work so hard to do it. So my opinion, regardless of what it says, is that he was killed because he was causing an issue at the very heart of their ability to maintain power and control.
Yeah, that is interesting. I read that in another one of the documents too. It was like, because, you know, when they assassinated him, he was planning to do another big march on DC. Like I think three weeks before, or 3 weeks after he was actually killed, there was planned to be another big march, and that march happened anyway. You know, but that was clearly laid out. Dude, they wiretapped his house.
Yeah,
they wiretapped his house. He was followed every way he went. Everywhere he went, all of his people were followed. Anybody that spoke highly of him, they put cases on. I mean, it would make sense. That would make sense. You know, he's a threat to the control mechanism, and anybody that's a threat to the control mechanism has to be removed. You know, people make those same arguments about JFK, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like being a unity figure, trying to get America back to where it's supposed to be, gold standard. I mean, you talk about all those things, but it's like he was he was an obstacle to the control mechanism. I had to get rid of him. You know, it does bother me how intertwined these federal agencies really were in, right? Like, I mean, you got CIA implicated in this, you got FBI implicated in this. They're doing clandestine operations on United States soil to follow a guy who's just saying, hey, we want to be equal. Like, that doesn't sit well with me.
Right.
It doesn't sit well with me at all, man. It is weird. It is weird. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. 230,000 pages. That's a lot.
It's an amount that is intentionally released in a manner to confuse people and make it hard to figure out what's going on. I mean, that's it.
Well, because a lot of them too, like you guys will see them if you guys go to the website. You guys will see them. A lot of them, like there's just
handwriting and scribble, and
like you know, shit you can't even really read. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like oh, photos, right? You open it up and it's just like scanned copies of pictures that, like, in black and white, you can't even see who the fuck it is. Like, you know, so a lot of it is just washed to be real. But you know, you go through there, you'll find some important stuff. I'd say the stuff on the stuff from Victor Marchetti is a very interesting read to dive into, man. So yeah, so guys, let us know down in the comments what you guys think. With that being said, let's get to our final and third headline. Headline number 3. We got a boy back in the news. America's favorite son.
Hunter
Biden's back in, yeah. And he's on like a little tour right now. He's doing a lot of talking, a lot of weird talking.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
It's super weird.
Like, you would think he would kind of shut the fuck up and go away.
It's just disappeared.
Yeah.
Just go eat some more Parmesan cheese. But no, he's trying to make another name for himself. Hunter Biden lashes out at George Clooney, other Democrats over Joe Biden's 2024 campaign. So this is an interesting one. Joe Biden's son, Hunter, seen by some as the problem child of the Democratic Party for legal and drug-related woes that brought negative attention to his father, is lashing out against Democratic elites and others over the way he says his father was treated during last year's presidential campaign. Hunter Biden spoke publicly in recent interviews about last year's election when Joe Biden ultimately dropped his bid and Donald Trump won the White House. In a 3-hour expletive-filled online interview with Andrew Callaghan of Channel 5, he directed ire towards actor and Democratic Party donor George Clooney for his decision to call on the elder Biden to abandon his 2024 re-election bill. He called a couple of people out, too. I got a couple of clips here. Let's check this first one out.
And you would have the Speaker Emeritus that would say, well, you know, I'm going to leave it up to, but I don't know. And they had already made a decision. They had clearly made a decision. And when I say they, I mean the Speaker. And, you know, I heard Alexander Pelosi say something, call my mom, like, put your big girl pants on to my mom or something. And I kind of feel like saying, who the f*** do you think you are? I would never speak about your mom that way. Yeah. I would never speak about your father that way. I would never insult your parents that way. Even to this day, I would never.
Who do you think you are? That's interesting, Hunter.
Yeah, that's an interesting statement from you, bro. Mm-hmm. You know, who the fuck do you think you are? You know what I'm saying? You think you could sell your influence by selling bullshit paintings and going to Burisma and your family getting rich and everybody, you know, suffering because of the decisions you and your family made? You're the biggest fraud in the whole world, bro. You're on the internet with a crack pipe hanging out of your mouth and M&Ms on your dick. Like, who the f*** are you?
Yeah.
You don't represent Americans.
Right.
You represent the Biden crime syndicate. That is it. He goes on and on and on. I watched this other interview with him.
Oh, the one on immigration?
With Channel 5.
Yeah.
He goes on and on and on about how people are insulting his dad and making his dad look bad. Your dad's a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And everybody in the country thinks that, bro. Like, dude, quit. Why are we allowing people like this to even be the representatives of America? This is bullshit. And it goes back to the first topic that we had, bro. These people do not represent us. And whether or not Obama and Hillary and all of them get arrested and dealt with and wiped off the planet, that's still not good enough, because we're still going to be running with this two-class system of elites up here and peasants down here, which is the complete opposite of what this country's supposed to be. This country is for the people, by the people, and most importantly, of the people. And those are not of the people, especially this guy.
Well, dude, you know, it's really telling too, because he also went on a few raids. Like, he's been doing these podcast interviews and news interviews. But speaking on that point of like being of the people, he really let his elitism mindset come out and show full force. Let's check this next clip out.
For someone, am I going to be like all these Democrats say, you have to talk about and realize that people are really upset about illegal immigration. You. How do you think your hotel room gets cleaned? How do you think you have food on your table? Who do you think washes your dishes? Who do you think does your garden? Who do you think is here by the sheer just grit and will that they figured out a way to get here because they thought that they could give themselves and their family a better chance? And he's somehow convinced all of us that these people are the criminals?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They are the criminals, homie. Yeah. And you're a racist.
Right.
Yeah.
Bro, that sounds a little bit like...
If they're here illegally,
yeah,
they're criminals.
Yeah.
I don't understand why that's hard to understand.
It's very hard.
If you're here illegally, you're breaking the law, which by definition makes you a criminal. Okay?
And then those criminals continue to break the law while they're here.
That, not only are they causing all kinds of violent crime, they're reporting the crime as white people doing it or black people doing it. They're not reporting it as illegals doing it. And then they're trying to pretend as if all of these people are families seeking asylum and all this shit. How many families came across out of that 22 million people that came? How many? Because what I saw and what you saw, what everybody saw was military age males. That's what we saw.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's so fun. Like, I'm going to go to Twitter here real quick. Libs of TikTok. They've been posting like a immigration tracker. But like this guy here, Yanhu Wrong, a Chinese national who's in our country illegally. He was previously arrested for murder. They just got this guy. Or this other guy in Maryland, Abraham Baranu Tadisi. He's a criminal illegal alien from Ethiopia who was convicted of rape and is currently charged with 1st and 2nd degree rape, assault, and indecent exposure. Or this guy, Rigoberto Azuzu Alvarez. He was arrested and charged with rape in South Carolina. He's also an ICE detainer hold. But this is who they want, you know, the guys in New York City who just shot an off-duty Border Patrol agent, right? Like, that's who the problem is. That's who we're talking about.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, I do think one thing that you know a lot of people do, like, and I don't know, because I mean,
listen, we're all tired of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Black people in the cities are tired of these migrants getting dumped in their cities and getting their resources absorbed up. Dude, people don't even think about this. Okay. These people come in here, they get welfare, they get government assistance, they they clog your emergency rooms, your doctors, they f everything up because they're not part of what the infrastructure is designed to operate with. The reason that you have all of this degradation and shit happening throughout our country has to do with the 50 million that are here that shouldn't be here. That's it. Okay, they use our gas, they use our water, they use our electric, they use our resources. They take and they don't contribute. And that's the truth. And do some people contribute? Yes. Are there people who work hard? Absolutely. Are some of the immigrants here the hardest working people I've ever seen? Yes. Those people should still come here under the proper guidance and restrictions that are laid out for all immigrants. And if they don't, they should go home and come back the right way so that everything is on the record, so that they have to abide by the same rules that all of us have to abide by. Okay? Do you think it's right that these don't pay taxes but somehow collect government assistance? No, nobody does. The only people that do are people that don't have to handle money in their lives, meaning they're supported by somebody. Okay? Which is why you get all of these white women from upper middle class who advocate for this shit up until Jose from, South America, who's come from some third world shithole, punches you in the face and takes your shit. And then all of a sudden it's like, why didn't you help me? Well, maybe you shouldn't advocate for things that you don't know. Maybe you shouldn't talk about things and posture and post about things that you have no idea about, because eventually these things are going to come to your front door and you're not going to know how to deal with them. And that's happening over and over and over again to the point where everybody's tired of it. And it is creating a lot of racism for people that look like these third world people. I'm not talking about black Americans. I'm not talking about white people. I'm talking about brown people. I'm talking about people who look like they come from some other place in the Middle East or Africa, and they don't speak our language and they don't adopt our culture. I'm not talking about the black dude who's walking up and down the street in a Cardinals jersey and it gives you a high five. And it's like, I'm not talking about, dude, we used to have an accepting society here where we would see someone in like Middle Eastern dress and we would be respectful. And that's not happening anymore because, and it's wrong. It's not happening anymore because, dude, we do have Americans that are from other places that have other customs, and that's okay. But we're not able to see the difference between them. So now people are starting to hate all those people. They're starting to look at all the brown people who dress different, talk different, act different, speak a different language, and be like, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And that's the sentiment in America, bro.
It's creating real hate.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the data shows it. And it sure as doesn't help when they start protesting and marching, talking about jihad like they did in Michigan last week, and talking about if you don't convert to Islam, you'll die. Bro, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I'm all for people being able to practice their religion. I have no problem with Islamic people, or this is a freedom of religion country. But when you start doing that shit here, the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's not good. I like to take this in a different look too, like just from the sheer numbers, because I did some quick maths. I know I'm not, probably the most trustworthy person when it comes to numbers and math. But I look at it in the sense like this. Okay, let's say there was 20 million people here. We got 320 million Americans, right? Give or take. We're talking about a 15% increase on the country's infrastructure. That's 15% people, more people in our daily drives, in our grocery stores, in our hospitals. Imagine just for a second in your own home if everything that you had to handle and take care of increased by 15% out of nowhere with no warning, and you're just supposed to deal with it. That's basically what's happening to this country. It's not sustainable, man.
Yeah.
Like 15% doesn't sound like a lot, but it does when it's in all areas of your fucking life. It becomes a lot. And I don't think people look at it like that, man. It's not cool. It's not cool. Not cool, yeah. Hunter Biden needs to go back to paintings with his penis.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Guys, let us know down in the comments what you guys think. With that being said, let's get to our final segment of the show. As always, we have thumbs up or dumb as fuck. I thought we'd take this opportunity. We've done some polls in the past, right? We've had fries and a few other things. In the spirit of big backs, let's do some ice cream ratings.
Of what? Big backs?
Yeah.
What's that? That's fat people? All right. I know that's a new term. I've seen that going around.
Yeah, big bags, bro. It's a real thing.
All right.
So yeah, let's rate some ice cream, Andy. Let's see how we do here. We have ice cream brands ranked tier list. People like our rankings. I think people trust our opinions on these things.
Okay.
So we got
man, most of those
you don't tell me you've never had these.
I mean I could speak to maybe half of them.
Okay.
Where's the Choco Taco?
No, these are brands, like ice cream brands.
Okay.
Yeah, so you got
where's the Choco Taco?
It didn't make it.
Well, then the list is irrelevant. It's not even as an option.
Well, wait, hold on.
And here's another thing.
Mm-hmm.
Andy's frozen custard's not on here. Neither is Ted Drew's.
These aren't locals though. These
it doesn't matter. If we're talking about the best.
Yeah. Well, there was one. Hold on. We'll do that. You want the ice cream truck?
No, let's just go through that.
I'm saying they have these with the popsicles.
No.
Oh, that's what I figured. Yeah.
Choco Tacos in the popsicle.
Yeah, these are the bomb pop truck options.
Okay.
So this is like, I know all of these.
Yeah, I know these too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's do this one.
All right. That's fine. Choco Taco goes to the top.
I don't disagree.
Ice cream sandwich goes to the top.
Oh, hold on there. I think that's a little basic. Where is the Choco Taco? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay, so Choco Tacos for sure like superior, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have no doubts with that one.
Okay, now let's go to what the worst one would be. That would be the Sonic the Hedgehog, or the the ones that look like a face, like the Batman.
See, I think those are pretty good.
No, they're terrible. People buy them because they look like something.
Because they have the gumdrops in there.
Yeah, but they're terrible. They break teeth out, man. That's like the biggest scam ever. The biggest scam on the ice cream truck is the Sonic, the SpongeBob, the Spider-Man, and the.
So you're saying
you're always like, dude, that's cool, and then you get it, and you're always disappointed.
You're saying actual garbage.
Yes, no one was ever got one of those and was like, man, I'm glad I got this.
Okay. See, I feel like the bubble gum also goes to actual garbage.
Huh?
The bubble gum? Have you had the bubble gum one?
No, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, actual garbage. Okay. Strawberry Crunch. I think that's a superior.
I would say I think that's an A. I don't know if it's superior. Let's put it at A for right now.
Yeah, S for sure.
No, A for now.
Bro, I'll fuck these up right here.
Yeah, you're not discriminatory though.
But like these and the chocolate eclairs, right? The chocolate
Where's
crunch.
that? Oh yeah, those are good.
I think same. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. Those could go to S.
Okay. All right. I'm glad we're there.
The cookie sandwich with the chocolate chip cookie and the ice cream in the middle.
This one right here.
No. Well, yeah, that one. Those two go together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would say those are superior. As well.
I agree with those. Superior.
Yeah.
Okay. For sure. Listen, I'm glad we're on the same page here.
Yeah, that Tweety Bird goes in the bottom though.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I left that one off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actual garbage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are low
pops.
Low IQ purchases.
Actual garbage. Push pops. Yeah,
I
for
don't
sure.
think so no,
It's the same shit. Just don't have a face.
Push pops is like the orange push pop flavor, bro. That's good shit. What are you talking about? That's at least an A.
What? No, bro. There's nowhere. It's nowhere close to the crunch. It's nowhere close to the crunch bars, bro. The chocolate. That's not even comparable.
That's an A.
I'd say it's like a C for average.
Well, it's a good thing that you're not calling the shots because that goes to the A.
Okay. Watermelon, obviously, for obvious reasons.
No, obviously that goes to trash.
What?
Yeah.
Andy, come on, bro.
What
I
is
just feel like that's just it's a watermelon bum pop.
Is that a bomb pop?
Yeah, it's just a bomb pop.
I've never had that one.
Okay, well, trust me.
Okay.
That's superior. Okay.
Ice cream sandwich, the regular ice cream sandwich, that's superior.
I agree with that. You know what they don't have on here? Do they have the Big Muddy?
No, but they got the other ice cream sandwich there with the Neapolitan.
Oh, the Neapolitan one?
Yeah,
that's a B.
That's a B.
That's a B.
It's not as good as the regular.
Not as good.
Yeah.
I'll eat it, but obviously.
Where's the Snicker? Oh, wait, hold on. You got all the way to the left on the bottom there, the regular
the dipper? The corn?
Yeah, that's like what do they call those? The drumsticks.
Yeah, that's up there.
That's drumstick is superior.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Drumstick, that goes up top. I'm going to move it. Give me a second here. I'm still learning how to work my computer. Can't close it. All right, what else we got here?
I don't think I know the rest of those.
Cotton candy, immediate trash.
Yeah.
Actual garbage.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Now, these little lemonade things, though, like those lemonade chills, those
are okay. That's a C.
I was going to say B. I'll take C. But those are pretty decent.
Where's the regular bomb pop?
Right here. The red, white, and blue right here?
That goes up to the... That's a superior.
That's superior.
That might even be like superior. Above that.
With Choco Taco, though?
It might be equals Choco Taco. Yeah.
Okay, America. All right.
Like here's the thing. If a ice cream truck rolls up and don't have a bomb pop, it ain't ice cream.
Is it really an ice cream truck? Right. Yeah. Fudgesicle. Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem is nobody wants that shit when it's hot. Yeah. That's a D.
Yeah.
That's a D.
Crunch bar,
that's up there.
That's pretty good.
That's up there. I would say with the bars.
I'm with that.
That's a good selection there. Yeah. Hawaiian Punch Bum Pop. I
never had it, but it don't sound great.
I like Hawaiian Punch.
I do, but it doesn't sound great.
The red ones. What the is this? Is that? Oh, that's the banana fudge thing.
That's trash.
That's absolute garbage.
You like banana fudge? You like it? Where does it belong? All right, we'll put it at C.
C for a dot.
Pick one. Yeah.
Okay. He gets fired. Old fashioned snow cone.
Oh, the snow cones out of an ice cream truck suck.
Yeah, because they're really frozen.
They're not real snow cones.
Yeah.
So, like, I would say it goes to garbage.
F?
Yeah.
We'll give it F.
F.
F? Okay. Yeah. Same thing with this cup thing. Yeah. What else we got here? Orange Dreamsicle. I'm a fan, personally.
Oh, yeah. Those are good.
Yeah. Orange.
I mean, those are good.
I put that with like B.
I'd put it up there with A.
Really?
Yeah. That's equivalent to a push pop.
Yeah. Oh, the real fruit bars. These are fire.
Had one of those. Sounds too healthy,
bro. Fire. Yeah. Fire. Oh, the lemonades. We said that goes to C. They don't have the Big Muddy on here. You know the Big Muddy? It's like an ice cream cookie sandwich, but it has like Rocky Road ice cream. Superior. It's superior. It's pretty superior. The sour crowler. That's like a D. Snickers bar. You like Snickers?
Yeah.
You which way do you put the ribs?
Like, down, of course. Well, you guys don't.
I didn't think you were going to go there.
You guys don't put them down. What are you talking about?
Crayon
What are you,
Pops.
homophobic? It's the only way to eat a Snickers.
That's real. I don't know the rest of these. What are these? Is that just Breyer's ice cream?
Breyers. Mint. What does it say? What flavor?
All
Is that
natural.
mint?
No, all natural.
No, that's trash.
Yeah, I don't even know.
The rest of those are trash.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Trash. Turtle bar. Trash. Turtle bar.
You're gonna hurt the turtle people, bro.
I don't give a fuck. Chocolate.
Chocolate cone might be good.
Chocolate drumstick is,
They'd be decent.
it's not as good as the regular drum.
No, for sure.
What's that?
That's just a classic. Chocolate on the outside, vanilla on the inside.
It's a
F.
C. Yeah.
We
Yeah,
know.
I mean, I'm
We
eating
know.
it. Yeah. I think everything above C, I'm for sure. Well, I'm not eating the fruit snack, the one you guys like.
Which one?
That fruit one.
Oh, the real fruit, bro. They're good though.
Yeah.
They're good. I think you would like them.
Everything in the A, S, and S plus category,
Mhm.
I'm eating without hesitation. Yeah.
No judgment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how I think that's.
I will tell you this though, dude. I remember we had I think it was like last year. We had a bomb pop truck, the ice cream man, come through our neighborhood. It was
Yeah.
the first time I seen one with.
Sal gets one every time one of the kids have a birthday.
Really?
That's
Oh, he
awesome.
like pulls it up to the
Yeah,
house.
bro, and he buys all the shit.
Yeah.
And it's just like I just stand by the ice cream truck and eat all the different ones. I do. My dad does too. We just
Sal
sit
looks at
there
that
and
bill at the end, like, man, what the? These kids ate a lot of ice cream.
eat. Yep. Yep.
It's all Andy. No, but dude, we had one come through my neighborhood the other day. I can't say hood no more. It's a neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's actually nice. But the prices on these things
Oh,
are
yeah.
insane.
Oh yeah. You gotta be rich.
Bro, I'm
You
looking
gotta
at
be
this.
rich.
I'm like,
You
bro,
can't
what
be
the-
some podcaster from your mom's basement.
Bro, I'm
you know
like,
what I'm saying?
the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
It was like $6 for a fucking ice cream Sammy, man.
Yeah, man. Fuck, you gotta be making the big bucks.
Like, yeah, and they didn't take EBT. That was the worst part about it. Like, he didn't even have the machine.
I guarantee you have figured out a way to get EBT and get paid.
I'm gonna find out.
I already
Hey,
know.
listen, we're very close, man.
I already know. You're running the play.
MLK, bro, he fought for something, man. I'm telling
Yeah.
you. Yeah. Well, guys, that's the list.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
I think it is fair.
I think it's very fair. I think it's
very fair and inclusive,
very
and
inclusive.
non-discriminatory.
diverse.
Yes.
Get loves everywhere. So there is the official Real AF ice cream tier list for you
Yeah,
guys.
it's 100% accurate. And if you don't think so, there's something wrong with you.
Yep, you're the problem.
If you don't agree with me, you're in a cult.
Mm-hmm.
Stop sucking that Trump dick.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Well, guys, Andy, that's all I got, bro.
All right. Don't be a hoe.
Share the show.